Article 3. The moves of the pieces. Article 3.1. Any move which can be made in classical chess can be made in tridimensional chess, since every overlapping square is the same color. You may now have the option of deciding which board you may rest your piece on. And because of this option, two pieces or more may occupy the same square, file, and rank, as long as they are on different boards. Article 3.1a. A piece on any individual square, file, and rank blocks the ability of other pieces to move along all boards. But the moving piece may rest above or below, implying that there is a board above or below said piece, the occupied square, file, and rank, and continue its move on the next turn. Article 3.1b. It is not permitted to move a piece to a square occupied by a piece of the same color. If a piece moves to a square occupied by an opponent's piece, the latter is captured and removed from the chessboard as part of the same move. A piece is said to attack an opponent's piece if the piece could make a capture on that square according to Articles 3.2 through 3.8. A piece is considered to attack a square even if this piece is constrained from moving to that square because it would then leave or place the king of its own color under attack. Article 3.2. The bishop. The bishop may move to any square along a diagonal on which it stands. Article 3.3. The rook. The rook may move to any square along the file or the rank on which it stands. Article 3.4. The queen. The queen may move to any square along the file, rank, or a diagonal on which it stands. Article 3.5. When making these moves, the bishop, rook, or queen may not move over any intervening piece. See Article 3.1a. Article 3.6. The knight. The knight may move to one of the squares nearest to that on which it stands, but not the same rank, file, or diagonal. Article 3.7. The pawn. 3.7a. The pawn may move forward to the square immediately in front of it on the same file, provided that this square is unoccupied. Or Article 3.7b. On its first move, the pawn may move as in Article 3.7a, or alternately, it may advance two squares along the same file, provided that both squares are unoccupied. Or 3.7c. The pawn may move to a square occupied by an opponent's piece diagonally in front of it on an adjacent file, capturing that piece. (3.7d). A pawn occupying a square on the same rank as and on an adjacent file to an opponent's pawn which has just advanced two squares in one move from its original square may capture this opponent's pawn as though the latter had been moved only one square. This capture is only legal on the move following this advance and is called an passant capture. 3.7e. When a player having the move plays a pawn to the rank furthest from its starting position, he must exchange that pawn as part of the same move for a new queen, rook, bishop, or knight of the same color on the intended square of arrival. This is called the square of promotion. The player's choice is not restricted to pieces that have been previously captured. This exchange of a pawn for another piece is called promotion, and the effect of the new piece is immediate. 3.7e1. Which rank is considered furthest depends on the specific situation during the game. For files B and C, rank 1 or 8 would be considered furthest. For files Z and E, rank 0, and 9 will always be the furthest. For files A and D, the furthest rank varies depending on whether an attack board overhanging the corner is present. If present, the furthest rank is 0 or 9. If not, the furthest rank is 1 or 8. 3.7E2. A special situation comes up if a white pawn is located on A8 black or D8 black. Is not promoted because an attack board is overhanging the corner. If the attack board leaves that corner, then the pawn will be promoted during the move of the attack board. This implies that such an attack board move is prevented temporarily if this move would place the king of its own color under attack. Article 3.8. The king. There are two different ways of moving the king. 3.8a. By moving to an adjacent square. (3.8b) By castling. This is a move of the king and either rook of the same color along the player's first rank, counting as a single move of the king and executed as follows. 3.8b1. To castle on the king's side, the king exchanges its place with the rook. 3.8b2. To castle on the queen's side, the king is transferred from its original square to the square beside the rook. Then the rook is transferred to the square the king has vacated. (3.8b3) The right to castle has been lost on the very first move, if the king has already been moved, or with a rook that has already been moved. (3.8b4) Castling is prevented temporarily if the square on which the king stands, or the square which it is to occupy, is attacked by one or more of the opponent's pieces. Article 3.9. Check. The king is said to be in check if it is attacked by one or more of the opponent's pieces, even if such pieces are constrained from moving to the square occupied by the king, because they would then leave or place their own king in check. No piece can be moved that will either expose the king of the same color to check or leave that king in check.